What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Ron's 2021 Hyundai Veloster in.
Where's Da Vinci?
I'm on strong. I gotta give it a go, yeah. I gotta grind. Working for money in the door, yeah. Stop wasting time. No time for real. I'm buying no cab for real. Remember we came from the dog for real. Two, but they join in the booth. Okay, I might need a boost. Okay, just give me the loot. 3 or 5.
Alright guys, so this is Ron. If y'all don't remember in the last video, he was at the car meet and he was showing his 2008 350Z HR. Yep. Really nice car. Like I said at the end, that was pretty quick. It actually beat me in a race. And then the past couple times he had been showing up with this car, and 350Zs are cool and all, but this is something I don't really get to see or drive every day. So I figured this would be a great time to get a review of one. Ron was nice enough to let me drive his from the factory. This thing weighs about 31 to 3,200 pounds. It makes about 275 horsepower. I believe that's crank horsepower. We don't really know the torque. I asked him, he didn't even know.
I think it's like 250, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Which isn't bad for a four-cylinder. That's pretty good torque. It's a 2-liter turbo. It either comes with a 6-speed manual transmission or an 8-speed DSG transmission, which, if y'all don't know, the DSG is what gives it the farts. So, Ron, what have you done to the car so far?
As far as performance-wise, I've added a Devo catless downpipe. I've got the Borla Attack catless, or catback, I'm sorry, AFE momentum closed box intake. I've got a JB4 on the way, and then my last mod will be the probably a 6th front mount intercooler.
Okay. How much power do you think you're gonna be making after all that?
Well, based on some of the other Velosters that I've seen on the forums, they make right at 300 to the wheel.
Okay.
And the torque is about 350 to 360 wheel torque.
I was gonna say, because with the 275 crank horsepower from the factory, it's probably making about 250, 260 maybe. But with the mods you've already got done to it, it's definitely pushing a little more than that. You can really feel it, especially. And those pops are factory too, right?
Correct.
That's insane. That is so insane. I've never been in a car that you basically get a factory pop to.
Yeah, that was one of the main reasons why a lot of people went with this car, like over the CTR and stuff,
Yeah.
Civic Type R, just mainly because of the exhaust coming from factory. But obviously I have the added catback, which has its own resonator and everything, so it's a lot louder.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and surprisingly, it's not very bad in the cab. Like, when you do on Z's and G's, I'm sure your Z with the Tomei, it's so loud.
Oh yeah.
You can barely hear yourself think, but like this car, with how loud this exhaust is on the outside, you can actually have a nice conversation on the inside. It's super nice deadening. And surprisingly, with it being a 4-seater and all the deadening and all the modern technology, it's very lightweight for what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be more like closer to maybe a 350 or 35, G35 in weight. So very surprising. Do you have anything suspension-wise on here, by the way?
That's completely stock suspension.
It's pretty stiff suspension-wise, which is what, like,
That's because you have it in mode. In mode,
it stiffens it.
yeah, and then you can go to in custom and actually change your suspension stiffness.
It's like Gran Turismo 7 in this thing.
Yeah.
I want to try the, what'd you say, is the overboost button?
Yeah, the NGS button. So basically, it'll drop the car in the lowest possible gear based on your speed, and it'll give. It's supposed to give, I believe, 10 more foot-pounds of torque, is what Hyundai says. So it's supposed to boost, give you a couple more pounds of boost when you go through. So
Okay.
for 20 seconds, and then there's a 3-minute cooldown.
Gotcha. How many times have you pressed this button?
I press it every time I race someone.
Did you press it when you raced?
Yeah, I did.
That's funny. Alright, ready?
Yep.
Do I just floor the gas or just
Smash
press
it. Times 4. That's what happened when we raced.
Oh, that's what happened.
You had it in manual mode. It'll downshift.
Okay. I was like, damn, did I break it?
No. It definitely sounds cool when it bounces off the rev limiter. I thought it sounded pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have to try that again whenever it's.
When it cools down.
Yeah. How long is the cooldown you said?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. God dang.
Yeah. No, it'll definitely. That's why, you know, most cars, even in manual mode,
Will shift for you.
Right, and they made it to where this car does not do that. So
Yeah.
if you really want to go all the way up, you can. And if you want to bounce off the rev limiter, you can.
Yeah, that's really cool. The only other car I've really seen let you like bounce off rev limiter will not shift for you unless you're going to like stop.
Right.
It's like Nissan's the only one I've seen that allows you to actually have full control while in automatic or in the manual shift mode. But this is definitely like very friendly to car enthusiasts and stuff. So that's awesome.
And what's crazy is if you even see, we're in mode right now, so if you even put it in normal mode, it gets even more quieter in here. Like you can really have a conversation.
So in normal mode?
Yeah. So if you just hit the drive mode button, now you're in normal. So now you won't have the pops or anything like that. So the valve is closed in the back now. So now it'll shift automatically.
It's so much quieter. Like even the very little amount that we're moving right now.
Yeah.
The car was making a lot more noise than this earlier. But this is.
It's extremely quiet. Yeah, that's usually that button for long trips.
And it opened up the valve right there when it hit it. So.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is crazy. It's like the automatic version of me putting sandwiches in my exhaust.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Oh my god. Calm down. There's a guy watching us. Think they will let me overboost now?
It should.
Wow.
I mean,
That is crazy. That was really quick.
it puts the car in the most aggressive gear and everything in it.
Wow. This is awesome. This is a really impressive car. So cool. So cool. So let me ask you this. Over your, like, between your cars, which one do you like the most? The 350Z or the Veloster? That's gonna hurt you.
That's a loaded question. I love them both for different reasons. You know, I mean, this car right here, I would love to take this car on, you know, like if I'm gonna go on a dragon, you know, tail the dragon, I'm gonna hit the mountains, I'm gonna want to take this car. Now the Z, if I'm gonna be trying to, you know, go to Mexico or anything like that, you know, the Z being manual, it's more, obviously it's more engaging.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just because it's a manual, but this car doesn't fall, for me, in my opinion, with the wet dual clutch that Hyundai made, you can have almost an equal amount of fun, in my opinion, especially when you're on curvy roads. I think that's where this car kind of excels.
One thing I was just a little disappointed in on this car is just the fact that it has kind of base brakes.
You think so?
Like they're not like a 4-piston brake caliper like a Brembo would be, or like, you know, how the sport G's and stuff have Akibonos.
Right.
Like for this being the N model, I expected it to have Brembos or something.
Yeah. Now they do, that's for this, out of Korea, they make, it's called In Performance.
Yeah.
And they have an In Performance brake kit. And you can only get in Korea, or if you know somebody, you can have it shipped over here from Korea. And they look like the Brembos. They're a lot bigger, 4-piston. But sadly, in the US or Canada, you can't really get that unless, like I said, you know somebody.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that as being kind of a letdown with this car.
Because what a lot of people are comparing this to are like Subaru WRX STIs, and those come with Brembos.
Right. I mean, I give it to them though. I think these brakes in this car, even though they're not like the 4-piston, they are one of the best brakes I've ever had on a car. I mean, you can even do a brake test, and I mean, it is literally amazing.
Fair no law. As if I'm about to do it. You think I'm about to hit the brake test?
Yeah, I think you should hit the brake.
Alright. Well, let's just check. Okay, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Didn't come to a complete stop, but wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't even trust my brakes to do that, but they're old as hell. So
yeah, for you know, for them not being Brembos and everything, I think they're pretty dang good.
they are pretty beefy calipers for the front of this car, like this being a smaller car. I also really like the seats inside of here. They remind me of like Recaros, factory like Nismo Recaros. Like they're very bolstered. You don't need an aftermarket seat in this car. It's really nice. I think I'll try it. Wow, it really stays planted.
Oh yeah.
I'm impressed with that.
It's fun. It hugs the road, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, this thing stays hooked. That's great. That is so good.
Got the holy crap bar, just in case. Cause
Oh shit bar.
yeah.
All right, here we go. Holy shit.
You can really take these turns.
Yeah, this thing's impressive, bro. This is so good. Whoa. This is a pretty sharp turn. Oh my god. Being in the passenger seat is terrifying.
It definitely is.
Shit flying out of my pockets.
I mean, yeah, it's,
Oh, man.
once you get used to what, you know, the tires can take and everything, these are the Continental DWS 06s or whatever pluses. So like, I mean, you don't even hear the tires screeching. So you've got a little bit more to go.
Yeah.
You know.
And the weight of this car really helps with it. Like I used to not really think much on Veloster, I just knew they crackled a lot,
Yeah.
you know. But this is really like impressed me. I'm dead ass. Yeah, this is so good. This is so good. All right, everybody. So that was the review on Ron's Hyundai Veloster N. Ron, thank you so much for allowing me to drive that. That was incredible. This has definitely impressed me, and like I was telling him when the camera was off, if I could afford one, I'd probably get one, especially with the 8-speed. I definitely would try to get one of these, but with prices right now, it's kind of out of reach. But anyways, huge thanks to Ron. If you want to see more videos like this, please leave me a suggestion in the comments saying what you'd like to see, or if you have a car you'd like me to review that's local. Otherwise, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.